The Weedsport Speedway. Welcome back to the Weedsport Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have you here with us. Along with Dan Kapuscinski, I'm Shane Andrews, and it is Off Track TV Live right here from the Portside Pub. And
That's right.
Dan, you and I are the only patrons here tonight.
Yeah, but it is a frosty 40 degrees behind us. If only we could figure out a way to get ourselves in there.
I don't know. It's definitely not voice recognized by any means, way, shape, or form.
We've been asking it.
We've been talking to it all night. Great to be back here with you tonight, my friend. And a lot of things been going on since we were last on the air.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, we're gonna recap a lot of that for you. The Super Dirt Car Series has been in action. We had a big event here just a couple of weeks ago, the Hall of Fame 100. We're gonna look back at that. So, and big events coming up. So, a lot to cover in this 30 minutes.
And we also ask all of you out there watching here tonight to send us in your questions. You know, Dan and I are up for the challenge of answering anything you want to ask us about racing, even if it isn't about racing. We'll talk to you, won't we?
For sure, yeah. Just looking forward to those questions coming in and have a bit of a dialogue, a conversation. That's what we really want to do here on Off Track TV, is get as much fan participation as possible. So we hope to hear from you and have a few questions at the end of the show.
Your chance to be a part of this production here with us tonight. Well, Dan, you mentioned a lot of things have been going on, especially here at the Weedsport Speedway. Last time we were here, it was the Hall of Fame 100 for the big block modifieds.
That's right, the second stop of the season for the Super Dirt Car Series here at Weedsport Speedway. A strong showing of modifieds on hand, $10,000 to the winner. And we expected to see Matt Shepard, Eric Rudolph showdown, and we kind of got that by the end of the race.
Why do you say we take a little bit of a trip back in time and take a look at the Hall of Fame 100 for the big block modified Super Dirt Car Series? It all started out with 100 laps for the big block modifieds. Matt Williamson in the 88 and Billy Whitaker in the number 109 starting on the front row. And they would battle early on. Love this speed shot right here.
Yeah, we had some great looks on the cars in this last event here at Weedsport, here looking out the backside of the Matt Williamson number 88. Matt was testing the outside of the racetrack, but Matt Shepard was down on the bottom side, and he was making it work here in the early stages.
Shepard started in position number 4, and in about 20 laps took the lead from Billy Whitaker in the 109, and then Whitaker surrendering position number 2 right here to Matt Williamson. And Matt Shepard really ran away with this race, Dan, but the racing behind him was incredible.
Yeah, from about 2nd through 8th, the racing was just absolutely fantastic. Eric Rudolph, the 25 machine, he was started all the way back in the 11th spot due to the redraw, but really made quick work of the field once he found the bottom side of the racetrack.
9 seconds was the advantage at the end of this one for Matt Shepard, a half a track advantage.
Just incredible, you know, and we had talked about before, you know, Matt had struggled here in some of the series shows in recent weeks, but boy, he was really on it on July 28th.
A dominating run for Super Matt Shepard, picking up the win in the Hall of Fame 100 right here at the Weedsport Speedway. And you really, I guess you could kind of call maybe it a statement race?
I would say so. There's no doubt about that. You know, he's had over 20 wins this season and comes out and just puts a what do we say, a Waterloo whipping on the field.
And that's exactly what it was, a sensational drive for Super Matt Shepard. You know, we've got a big show coming up this Sunday, August 11th. It's the Empire Super Sprints Night of Legends. They'll have their Hall of Fame inductions coming up at 2 p.m. Up at the Northeast Modified Hall of Fame. Johnny Byrosh, a longtime racer, and Mike Seaver, longtime official, being inducted into their Hall of Fame.
Great to see, and a great way to really make a whole day for the ESS Sprints and all of their fans, officials, and followers here coming up this Sunday. Start with the Hall of Fame inductions and go right into a big night of racing.
Joining us in just a few moments is the current points leader of the Empire Super Sprints, Paulie Colagiovannin. He's going to stop by and say hello when we return to Off Track TV Live right here from the Weedsport Speedway.
Weedsport Speedway is home of the fastest cars and biggest stars. With over $1 million in recent upgrades, our fans know this is the premier race destination in the Northeast. The fan experience is at the forefront of everything we do. LED light shows, luxury suites, premium stadium seating, and a 27-foot HD video display to engage and entertain fans. And by the way, our fans, our fans kick ass. They are committed and loyal. They bring their families to races. They consistently engage with us over social media, on our website, and tune into our incredible productions airing on national TV and streaming online. This year features an exciting season of events. It's a blast to go fast. Want to talk to a growing audience and next-generation fans? Customized sponsorship opportunities make it super easy. We have event sponsorships, product sponsorships, digital billboards, web, social, digital ads, race day displays and signage, booths and promotions. Video opportunities both in venue, on national TV, and streaming online. The drivers, the excitement, the speed. The Port Burgers are why fans show up. At Weedsport Speedway, our venue and production are the reason they keep coming back. Be a part of the best season yet.
Welcome back to the Weedsport Speedway Off-Track TV Live. Along with Dan Kapuscinski, I'm Shane Andrews, and joining us is the current points leader for the Empire Super Sprints, and he'll be here on Sunday, August 11th, Paulie Colagiovannin. Paulie, welcome to the Speedway. Thanks for taking a little bit of time out of your schedule tonight to stop and say hello. Looking forward to getting here on Sunday with your race car?
Yeah, I can't wait. The car's been running good this year. We got a good setup in, and hopefully we can do good at the port.
Paulie, I'll tell you, you've had definitely a year of coming into your own, I would say. You've got 4 or 5 feature wins now. The ESS point leader, as we said, a hefty margin over Chuck Hebing. What has been the difference for you this year?
I think it's the new motor package, and Doug Emily definitely is a big help for slick tracks for us.
Talking about the slick tracks, Weedsport has a tendency to get slick. We'll probably see that on Sunday night as the sportsmen are here with them as well. But this year you've seemed to become the master of the half mile. Land of Legends Raceway, Utica Speedway, you've picked up victories. What's been the key to the success on the big tracks, and what can you use from that to bring over to the small track here at Weedsport?
I think the key is the 80-inch car we run, and definitely over the years I've been racing is the foot. The master is definitely the pedal control and how you control the car.
Paulie, you're just 18 years old, right? But you've been running for about 4 years. What's the learning curve been like running with these top flight guys on the ESS Tour week in and week out?
It definitely is a big learning curve. The first couple of years I was through a couple frames by now, but haven't wrecked anything this year so far. And it just builds up my confidence that I know I could run with those guys and beat them all the time.
Sure.
There are drivers that have 18 years experience that haven't learned the patience of using that right foot. At 18 years old, what has been the best advice that has been given to you to be patient with that throttle foot?
Definitely not to overdrive the car. Say you get passed in first and now you're in second. Don't drive it in harder. Don't be aggressive. Just sit back, relax, and hopefully lap traffic comes through and work the foot.
So you've had a few years now to work your way up the ladder, kind of get used to, wheeling an ESS sprint car. But now you're the top dog. I mean, you're ahead of Chuck Hebing, you're ahead of Jason Barney, and all these guys. What's it like walking in the pit area now, knowing that you've got more wins than anybody else on the tour? You're leading the points. I mean, you're the guy that everybody's chasing after now.
Yeah, it builds up my confidence, my personality a little bit. It helps me around the track and get around the pits and stuff like that.
I'm sure.
When you're at the track, you're laser focused, obviously. You don't want to have any distractions, but do you ever take just a moment here in the last couple of weeks to look back and reflect on the wins and savor that and enjoy that moment before you strap into a race car?
Yeah, sometimes after I win, I can't really believe I won it. Like when I get home, I go, did I really just do that? But it definitely boosts me to be winning races and be competitive, top threes all the time.
Is there a race this year that kind of stands out for you more than another at this point?
Can-Am. I won at Can-Am because last year I got into the bad wreck, got a concussion, was out for the season. So to come back the next year and win it, I think it's a really good job.
It's a great bounce back.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sunday night, you're back here with the Empire Super Sprints to the Weedsport Speedway. We haven't seen you guys in over a year. And what's the strategy? What do you look forward to? What are you looking at to improve on your performances in the past here?
We're definitely hoping to not hit turn 4 wall and wreck again.
They moved it in, remember. They moved it in.
Oh, yeah. But I think we're going to try to run through the middle to the bottom. We usually run the top here, and it's all right, but it's just that wall. If you hit it a little bit, you're flipping. So I think we're going to set up for the middle and hope for the best.
You know, Weedsport coming up on Sunday. What's, to you, in your experience in the racing you have done here, what's the most unique aspect of getting around Weedsport Speedway?
The banking. Turn 1 is definitely different than turn 3 and 4. So I think if you can just get the car to stick, it might help.
That sounds, yeah. I would say that's a big thing.
Before you got into the 360 sprints, tell us a little bit about your racing background. What were you into before?
At 12 or 13, I started 600 micro sprints at Paradise Speedway, and it slowly grew from there, from winning heat races to winning feature wins, and I just grew up around sprint cars.
You ever have the itch to maybe try a big block modified or something else?
Sometimes I'd like to try it at Oswego Super Dirt Week. That would be fun. They're definitely cool cars.
Yeah, Dan's been there.
I've been around there a little bit. I didn't hit anything, believe it or not. But looking ahead, you know, what's on the horizon? I mean, I know you're still just an 18-year-old kid. You've got a lot of years in front of you. I mean, is the route of 410 sprint car racing in your future, or do you want to just keep moving with the 360s at this point?
I think I'll do a couple more years of 360, grow on my driver experience, and then I think we'd go into 410, maybe into PA, Port Royal, Williams Grove, try that, and hopefully we can try the All-Star Tour.
That'd be awesome. I was going to say, have you been keeping track in Knoxville?
No, not too much. I'm working.
I was going to say, I've had all kinds of time to do that. I think they're starting hot laps right now, actually.
You're definitely a rising young star here in Central New York in the 360 sprints. Current points leader here for the Empire Super Sprints. You're going to be here on Sunday. Paulie, we appreciate you coming out here tonight and talking to us, and best of luck Sunday, and look forward to seeing you. But you've got a busy schedule this weekend. You're going to be visiting a few other tracks too.
Yeah, we'll be at Can-Am Friday, Brockville Saturday, and then Sunday, obviously, Weedsport.
All right, well, good luck to you. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Paulie Colagiovannin, current points leader for the Empire Super Sprints. He will be here on Sunday with the number 10. He's got a busy weekend coming up, and we hope you are too. When we return, we're going to take a look at some of the racing action that happened around the Northeast while we've been away. Stay with us right here at the Port.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado. With 50 industry firsts, it's the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever.
It's finally here! The Great Outdoors RV Megastore's grand opening celebration is going on now! Stop by one of our 3 mega locations to help us celebrate the grand opening of our Clay Megastore at Great Northern Mall. Take advantage of all the mega grand opening savings and special factory incentives. Save thousands on over 20 of America's top brands. Save up to 50% on new and used RVs. We offer the highest trade allowances and some of the industry's best easy financing. The Great Outdoors RV Megastore's grand opening sale going on now at all 3 mega locations. We will not be undersold.
This is 95X.
Alternative rock. Don't you worry, baby. No Syracuse Rock Alternative 95X.
Welcome back to the Weedsport Speedway Off-Track TV live on a beautiful night here at Weedsport. Dan, everything is quiet right now, but Sunday, the Port comes back to life.
We're going to roar back to life. That is for sure. A big race here on Sunday. The ESS Sprint Cars, the Dirt Car Sportsmen are going to be in action. We're also going to have the Dirt Modified Nostalgia Tour on hand, too, kind of going along with the Hall of Fame theme yet again. So 3 big divisions for a big night of racing.
And the month of July, Mother Nature treated us pretty good. And,
yeah.
August is off to a good start, and there's already been a slew of great races in Central New York.
Sure has been, and we've been keeping busy. Utica Rome Speedway, Land of Legends, quite a few tracks. The Super Dirt Series has been action. We're going to take a look at the highlights coming up now.
That's right, our weekend wrap-up.
Well, things got started last Saturday at the Land of Legends Raceway with the ESS Sprint Cars. They're going to be here, as we said, this Sunday. Chuck Heaving and Paulie Colagiovannin, our guest from just a moment ago, started on the outside of row number 1. And as we said, Paulie's been hot all year long, and he stood on the gas once again in Canandaigua, rolling down that back straightaway into the third corner, the inside of the Cobra, to take the race lead. Once Paulie got out in front, he had the lane that he wanted, and he was in clean air, could make quick work of the Land of Legends Oval from here on out. You can see Paulie way out in front in this one, now just dealing with working his way through lap traffic, goes under Davey Franick down the backstretch and into corner number 3. Paulie Colagiovannin extends his ESS Sprint point lead at Land of Legends Raceway last Saturday with a big win in front of a good crowd.
Big block modifieds from the Land of Legends Raceway. 35 laps. My bald-headed brethren waving that green ghost stick. Eric Rudolph and Matt Shepard have been the show all season long. Here they battle in traffic. More traffic there than on 81 in Pennsylvania when you're trying to get out of state. Up in front, the 63 of Adam Roberts leads the way with James Sweeting and the number 11 Jay right there to challenge them, but lurking in the shadows and making his way to the front, Matt Shepard in the number 9S. Here he'll snag the 2 spot. He's not finished yet. It's a 2-for-1 deal. He'll take over the lead from Adam Roberts as Super Matt grabs the lead. Charging through the pack is the number 25 of Eric Rudolph. In traffic, Rudolph throws the slider on the number 9S to take over the number 1 spot. Shepard comes back underneath them. Couldn't do it as Eric Rudolph picks up the win in a barn burner at the Land of Legends for the big block modifieds.
Fantastic show at the Land of Legends on Saturday. On Sunday, it was the Jan Corcoran Memorial. $3,064 to the winner of this show on Sunday. Big blocks versus small blocks. Pat Ward in the 42P started up there in row number 1, but it was the 93 of Danny Barron working to the outside of the racetrack. He would take the top spot in this one, but here he comes again. Eric Rudolph in that 25, the point leader at Utica Rome Speedway, finds his way underneath the 49 of Billy Dunn to work out and chase after race leader, the 93 of Danny Barron. Pat Ward and Dunn now doing battle into corner number 1. Dunn finds the inside of the racetrack. Pat slides a little bit high. Dunn moves up into the 3rd spot, but out in front, Eric Rudolph finally reeled in the 93 of Barron into corner number 1, rolls the middle of the racetrack to perfection, able to grab the top spot in lap traffic. Just laps later, unfortunately, a great run for Barron would come to an end. Restart later on, look behind the 25. It's the 9S of Super Matt Shepard. These two going at it once again. Shepard rolling the bottom, but Rudolph was able to get a good drive on the inside of the racetrack to get further out in front in this one. Shepard was struggling here in the late portions of the race to find his way by Billy Dunn. That was until Dunn tested the limits on the outside of the speedway, goes up and over the bank, gives up more than 1 spot, including another to the 121 of Gary Tompkins. But out in front, it was all Eric Rudolph charging on to yet another victory on the weekend and another win at Utica Rome Speedway. Climbing out in victory lane, Rudolph, $3,000 richer on this night.
Monday night, the Big Block Modified Super Dirt Cars Series. Their 4-wide salute to the great fans at the Merrittville Speedway in Thorold, Ontario, Canada. Billy Decker in the number 91 in a big block modified, the number 28 of Gary Lindbergh in a small block modified. One of the track regulars would start on the front row of this 28-car field. A diverse mix of big blocks versus the small blocks as they race their way around the Merrittville Speedway. They're Billy Decker in the red 91 battling in traffic, trying to get around Marcus Dinkins in the number 17. Gary Lindbergh in the number 28 running in position number 2. He'll bring it off the turn, and Lindbergh in the number 28 car will grab the lead on the low side of Dinkins and around Decker to take control of the 100-lap feature event. Decker in the 91 would come back after him, but couldn't make it work. Meanwhile, Eric Rudolph in the number 25, we already seen him win 2 races on the weekend wrap-up. Could he make it 3 in a row? Here he takes the 2 spot away from the Decker number 91. Gary Lindbergh in the 28 in that small block, still out in front. Behind them, Larry White in the 99L, the number 6 of Matt Williamson, the 3 of Chad Brockman, the 9S of Matt Shepard, Peter Britton in the 21A. They're doing battle tooth and nail for supremacy. Throw in Mr. Small Block, Pete Bicknell in the 42, Dave Marchicelli in the number M1. They are racing all over Merrittville, and they're going to go 3 wide. Look at this. You can't find this kind of action on any video game, only in person at a dirt track near you. Throw Mike Bowman in the 71 into the mix as well. Back up in front, in traffic. Gary Lindbergh in the 28 on the top side. Eric Rudolph in the 25 down low. Rudolph in the big block. Lindbergh in the small block doing battle. Jack Lehner in the 2. Dalton Slack in the 3 in front of him. Through traffic, Eric Rudolph able to thread the needle ahead with less than 8 laps remaining to take the lead away from the Lindbergh number 28. Once in front, Eric Rudolph started to inch his way ahead as he would collect the win for the Big Block Modified Super Dirt Car Series at the Merrittville Speedway. 3 wins in 3 days for Eric Rudolph, the driver out of Ransomville, New York. And you know something, cha-ching, he is happy as he picks up the big payday in Merrittville. Your top 3 right there, Eric Rudolph, Gary Lindbergh, and Ryan Susie coming home in position number 3. Dan, some fantastic racing, and Eric Rudolph is hotter than a knife through butter right now.
He sure is. The only thing that slowed him down over this week was the rain at Ransomville.
That's right.
He was on his way to potentially doing 4 in a row. Unfortunately, that show did not get in, and I know that probably hurt Eric's feelings a little bit as he's trying to chase down Matt Shepard for the Super Dirt Car Series point lead.
And really, when you look at the grander scheme of things for Eric Rudolph, since last week when they were at Eldora, he picked up the win out there at Eldora.
Yes.
Didn't win at his Friday home track, but then to come in like he did on a Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, just an absolute impressive run for that team.
For sure. And, sometimes these guys get on a roll, but Eric Rudolph has been on a roll really for the last year. It's just the only guy that's able to outdo him on most nights is Matt Shepard. But I feel like that gap is starting to close.
There is some great action that happens all over the Northeast, and you get to see it right here on our show. And you know what else we have, Dan? Great fans.
That's right.
And they have responded here tonight. We have your questions coming up in our next segment. Don't go anyplace. Let's see what you folks have to ask Dan and I on Off Track TV.
Weedsport Productions is the live video production company that you need at your next event. Our mobile production truck is outfitted with the most advanced broadcast equipment in the industry. Weedsport Productions covers racing, live sporting events, corporate events, and concerts. We can broadcast your event live, stream it to the internet, or produce an exciting in-venue experience for your audience. Visit weedsportproductions.com now to learn more.
Welcome back to Off Track TV. I'm Tan. He's Dan. Beautiful night.
It is. It's awesome. Except for the mosquitoes.
There's more of us to chew on for the mosquitoes.
That's right.
More on me than there is you. I make you look skinny. You are skinny.
Come on, Shane.
Well,
You make me look like I have hair.
I do. Bald is beautiful. Hey, our race fans tonight have responded real well. I've got some questions that some folks have thrown out to us. You ready for these?
I am. I
All
think.
right, here we go. I think I know this guy, Russ of Sussex. Can Matt Shepard repeat his performance on Labor Day like he did for the Hall of Fame 100?
Wow. Well, I think Matt Shepard can definitely win the Labor Day 100. A performance like he had here in July is going to be tough to beat. I mean, to win a race by over 9 seconds, nearly a half-track advantage, that's going to be tough. But if anybody can do it, Matt can.
Yeah, that's a very good question, Russ. I agree with Dan. I think Matt has a very good chance of winning the race. 9 seconds, man, that was just a whooping that he put on everybody. And I'm sure that there are a lot of teams that are going back to the drawing board saying, okay, what do we need to do different? I think he can win the race, but I don't think it will be in that dominating fashion.
Yeah, and that dominating run really came at the hands of a pretty good green flag stretch, too, at the end of that race. I think it would have been interesting to see, had we got a caution and Eric Rudolph could have refired with Matt, might have been a little bit closer, but he had everybody covered regardless.
But that also speaks to the talent of the Big Block Modified Super Dirt Car Series. It was a very clean race, only 2 cautions.
It really does. Yeah, for 100 laps on a tight racetrack like this, it was clean and green for the majority of the way.
Question number 2, at Frosty Walnut. Okay. How cool is it the karts are going to be on MAV TV from Weedsport?
That is really cool, actually. You know, we've moving into the 3/4 point of our season at Weedsport Kartway. We're going to be doing some racing on Speed Sport and MAV TV on September 28th and 29th through Oktoberfest too. But the other nice thing is we've been capturing a lot of the races as the season has been going on. We're putting select features on the Weedsport Speedway YouTube channel. You can actually catch a few of those there now. So getting the kids and some of the younger racers in this area a chance to be on national television is very exciting.
I think it's going to be a great event, and what better way to spend a great afternoon in the fall than being right here at the Weedsport, the short port, the Kartway, to be on Speed and MAV TV. It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that event.
Yeah, 2 days of racing. We'll be here all day on Saturday and Sunday. The big main events will be on Sunday, September 29th.
And I'm told we have time for one more, so I need to meet this individual. Wingmaster Pit Sauce. I wonder if that's a CB handle. Can Danny Varon win his 3rd ESS feature in the last 4 races at the port this Sunday?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, I would say so. You know, Danny really rises to the top on racetracks to become a little bit dry, slick. We've seen him run well at Brewerton Speedway in those conditions. Obviously here at Weedsport Speedway, I would say for sure Danny has as good a chance as anybody.
And, you know, Danny has really shown his versatility over the years,
yes.
Not only with the experience that he has in the sprint cars, but also the talent behind the wheel of the number 93 modified. We saw that. He had an excellent run at Utica Rome. He's a threat to win wherever he goes.
Well, and he put on a heck of a show with the All-Star Sprints here, too.
Yes,
the 410 on you know, between the frame rails. So Danny knows Weedsport. He's on his game.
Steve Poirier is the only other driver to win a feature event here in the last 3 races. Danny won both of them in 2017, and Steve won the only appearance that we were able to get in last year in August of 2018. A big thanks to everybody for asking these questions, and they never lag for interesting names, do they?
No, they never cease to amaze me.
No, never. Dan, we've got to say goodbye, but before we go, we want to remind everybody this Sunday, August 11th, Empire Super Sprints, Legends Reunion, plus the Sportsman, and the Vintage Cars will be here. And, of course, the Labor Day double play Monday, September 2nd.
That's right. So a big schedule to end up here at Weedsport. Of course, we come back on Super Dirt Week, but first and foremost, this race on Sunday, the forecast looks fantastic, and looking forward to a big night.
Next time we are on air with Off Track TV Live, it will be on August 28th. So make sure you tune us in and check us out. Dan, always a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure to do these shows. Look forward to seeing you Sunday.
For sure. Great to see you, Shane.
For Dan Kapuscinski, I'm the voice, Shane Andrews. For the entire Weedsport Speedway production staff, thank you for joining us here tonight for Off Track TV Live. We'll see you at the races.